Hey y'all, Chris Cook in Nashville here. We have something really exciting for you today. Miss Ash is enjoying the Keto Green Bean Casserole.
And it's so good.
She's really enjoying this. Green bean casserole is one of her favorite things from Thanksgiving, and I told her I was going to do a keto version of it for her using the egg pudding recipe that I did as a base. I don't know if she was too sure about how that was going to work out.
I was not sure, but it tastes really, really good. Kind of weird idea, but man, it works, especially in green bean casserole. Super tasty.
This is a really weird one because that whole savory pudding thing is definitely not the approach most people would probably take. It does make a really, really good cream of whatever style soup. And Ash is actually allergic to mushrooms. I've always made green bean casserole for her with cream of chicken instead of cream of mushroom. And so this being made with a chicken broth is very much like a cream of chicken soup and can be used for a lot of different recipes. This is one of the ones I've been working on, and I think it's a winner for Thanksgiving for sure.
Hands down.
Let me show you guys how we make it. All right, y'all, we're gonna start out by making my savory egg pudding. I'm gonna link that recipe video down below, but we're gonna start by cracking 8 eggs into this bowl so we can scramble them up. Next, we're going to use about a tablespoon of butter to scramble up these eggs. You can use a little more or less if you like. Dump those eggs in to scramble. And we also need to season these as if we're scrambling eggs. I'm going to use about a half teaspoon of salt. You can use more or less to taste. I'm also going to use about a half teaspoon of garlic powder and a half teaspoon of onion powder. That's going to give this that cream of soup kind of vibe. So we're just going to scramble these up. Then we're going to go ahead and throw these into our blender to make our savory egg pudding. We're going to add in a half cup of chicken broth and about a quarter cup of cream to make this mixture. I'm going to put in about a half a cup of shredded cheese. You can use more or less to taste. And I'm going to put in a couple of teaspoons of beef gelatin. Now we're going to start blending this on low, and then we are going to turn it up on high as it liquefies. Blend it nice and smooth. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our green beans ready. This is 4 cans of green beans. You can use fresh if you want. You just have to cook them ahead of time. We're going to use about a cup of this mixture. If it's too thick, you can always blend a little water into it. Add about a cup of this in here and start mixing this around. You're probably going to have extra with this recipe. So if you want to make a half recipe of the egg pudding, you can definitely do that. But we want a real nice thick coating. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Just get the cleanest one you can. It's very minimal carbs, but it's worth it for the flavor. And then I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. I really like that in my green bean casserole. Stir that together really well. And once that is mixed together, we can put this into whatever container we're going to bake this in. Now to finish this off, we're not using French fried onions, so we're going to do another sprinkling of onion powder, about a teaspoon over the top. That'll give you that onion flavor without as many of the carbs as the actual onions themselves, of course, because they're fried, and onions also can be pretty high carb. So I'm going to use about a teaspoon of onion powder over the top. And then for texture, I'm going to use several tablespoons of pork panko. You can use as much or as little of this as you want. You don't have to use any of it. You can use another kind of meat flour if you don't eat pork. It's entirely up to you, but we just need something crunchy to give us that browned texture on top. So we're going to put that on there, and then this goes in a 375-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes or until it starts browning on top to your liking, just like this. All we got to do is plate it up and serve. All right, y'all, that is the Keto Green Bean Casserole, and my lovely wife is over here still enjoying it. Good
It's
stuff.
yummy. That's really good.
I hope you guys make this for your families. I hope you enjoy and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Make sure you guys are thankful for everything that you have. We are very thankful for you. All of my links are down below, including a brand new one from Buy Me a Coffee. I've had some people requesting that I do a Buy Me a Coffee link so that they can donate and support the channel. We appreciate everything you guys do to help us out. This is Chris Cook in Nashville and my lovely wife, Ash Taylor. Eat your meat, love your life. We're gonna see you right here in the kitchen for the next recipe.